And not pause it.
I can't laugh. I'm Joy. And who I am.
I don't know.
Well, we're lucky because as my parents were married, I never knew about horse racing. And then in 1986, August of 86 or July of 86, we went to Saratoga. And we had this wonderful time with my father and Madeline and my brother. And yes, speak higher. And we got to taste Saratoga water, which was disgusting. But yes. And Matt, oh, I'm sorry, Matt was there too, and my brother. I have a picture of all of them, my brother and Matt, with the little ice creams, and I think one of them dropped their little ice cream. But it was a lot of fun, so since then I've been around horse racing. So that was very nice, and I'm not a sports person. When I was younger, my father watched baseball and football. Yes?
A question?
My father?
Question.
Yes.
It's a two-part question.
Oh.
Why don't you go up to the stage so that
Yes, because we can't get a picture of you here.
Yes, so you have to just move yourself.
Okay. The first part of the question was, during your first day at Saratoga, whom did you follow around and try to get autographs from?
The jockeys.
And question 2 is, who was your favorite jockey that day?
Oh, gorgeous Tim Brown.
Gorgeous
I always
Tim
liked
Brown.
the cutie. I always wanted to be a cop, but they told me you can't be a cop because you'll pull over all the cuties. Well, I darted my eyes at Tim Brown. I was going into 9th grade, and he was so cute, and I had to have his autograph.
Joy, I don't believe
My
Tim.
third question is,
Yeah.
I don't believe Tim Brown was a jockey.
He didn't, I don't know what he was, but he was cute.
Didn't matter.
And I wanted his autograph, so I got it. Very disappointed when he was never around. I think he was
Tim
there
Brown.
1 or 2 years after that. You can interview him now.
very good. Carry on.
18 of them.
You're kind of interviewing yourself here.
Yeah, I know.
Very good.
Good job.
Joy, we have an email that came in for you. Why don't you read the email and answer the question?
Oh.
It's
Okay. Sports or horse racing do you want me to ask you? Okay. Okay, would you like to tell me about your sports or horse racing that you'd like us to ask about you?
Oh, you're talking to me?
I did not say that correctly, but let's ask you.
why don't you ask me? I'm the commissioner. You're not.
Okay.
All right.
There's a reason why.
One of my favorites.
I'll tell you that
Okay.
a story about horse racing
Just a
because
second.
I used
We
to
have-
know.
You should come over here. Come over here.
Turn it around, Dave.
Come over here.
Yes. There you go.
Can I go sit down?
Ladies,
You're interviewing.
this man has a story I think he's going to tell, which is very instrumental in my career. That's the story he's going to tell. Joy, conduct the interview.
Yes. What sports related or horse racing question would you like me to ask you? Or tell a joke?
Well, I'll tell you a story about going to the races one time. And this happened to do with a friend of mine who kept going to Roosevelt Raceway, where the wheels would fall off the carts, the horses would break down the stretch. So I took this good friend of mine to Aqueduct one day, and that became the big story of the commissioner.
Who was the person?
The commissioner.
And the first race that the commissioner bet on, how did that turn out?
That's not in my memory bank.
The winner of the race was number 4, London Bridge.
I remember London Bridge.
So sad.
Really?
So sad.
Joy, ask him who his favorite horse was of all time.
Who is your favorite horse of all time and why?
That would be Kelsey.
Oh, Elise.
Wait a minute.
At Saratoga, with about 143 pounds on him, at last at the head of the stretch, come down and win the race.
What?
Last.
Wait a minute. Pinky, who is your favorite horse of all time?
Kelso, because my friend Bruce Lombardi wrote a fan letter to Mrs. DuPont about Kelso, and she employed him. His first job out of college for years was working for Mrs. DuPont and Kelso. I cannot remember in what capacity, but what a coinky dink.
That's right.
Did you ever bet on Kelso like the GC? No. Would you ask the GC who beat Kelso in a
Kelso.
great upset?
My goodness.
I can't remember.
Guadalcanal.
No.
Who?
Guadalcanal did not beat Kelso. No, it was a, I can't think of the name. Hobo Farms. Onion? No.
Onion defeated Secretariat.
was later. Yeah.
Now we're gonna scan with Joy's permission. Don't leave the studio.
Wasn't a war horse, was it?
Somebody just left the studio.
We're gonna scan, and we want the name of your favorite racehorse. And if you don't know any racehorse, Joy, you want?
Question?
Yes.
For all us non-horse racing experts, what year was Kelso?
It was in the late 60s. Yes. It was before your time.
Thank you.
Now we're gonna go around the room, and you're gonna give us your favorite racehorse of all time. Okay. The winner of the 2012 Belmont Stakes will go first.
Secretariat.
Secretariat. Did you ever bet on Secretariat?
No, I was too young to bet on Secretariat.
Okay. But that's your favorite. M.
Yes.
Golf Pro. Master of the flop shot.
Secretariat.
Secret.
Because I was there. You don't even know what a flop shot is.
I'm
Nah.
sure he knows what. Somebody who doesn't
I
know
don't
what
know
a flop
either.
shot is should not be laughing.
What's the flop shot?
Right.
Should not be laughing.
It's very
A
important.
lob wedge.
It's very important.
It's a lob wedge.
To get out of a sand pit.
Oh.
TLS.
And
Where
underneath
else?
it.
Wait,
What?
I didn't finish.
Wait a minute. She didn't finish.
I also like Forgo.
Forgo.
Yes. But
Who rode Forgo?
Shoemaker?
More than one jockey.
Yeah, yeah. Was it Shoemaker? It was that era.
Heliodoro Gastinis and
You know?
someone else.
All right, give me the first name.
Let me ask you this question. Who's your favorite jockey of all time?
Eddie
Ron
Goolsberry.
Turcotte, I guess.
Ron Turcotte.
Yeah.
Okay. Rider
I saw
of.
him today. He looked good. He looked good on TV. He was
I
interviewed.
spoke to him
We
last
know.
year about Joe Shea.
Yes, we know you spoke to him.
Okay.
It was last year.
Oh,
Who is your favorite racehorse of all time?
It's National Bells.
Seabiscuit.
Seabiscuit.
He
Did you-
never did see.
Did you watch? Did you watch the movie?
Yes.
Okay.
go.
Who's your favorite jockey of all time?
Tim Brown.
There is no jockey named Tim Brown.
We
There
can,
is.
we can prove it.
All right, we'll get back to you on that.
I do. With me.
Jennifer, who is your favorite racehorse of all time?
I don't have one, but I was named after racehorses.
You're kidding.
Ooh.
Explain.
My name was supposed to be Jacqueline. My mom was in labor in the hospital, and the horse race was on TV, and 3 horses with the name of Jennifer won. So my father insisted on naming me Jennifer.
Ooh, good story.
Are you telling me
I didn't know that, Matt.
that if you were, your mother was in labor when Secretariat won the Belmont Stakes, you would have been called Secretariat?
That's quite possible.
Okay. Who's your favorite jockey of all time?
I don't have one. I don't know any.
All right. Well, if you come up with one, we'll get back to you. Okay. Now, here's a man who's been kind of quiet here tonight. He had a great interview last year.
I don't recall that.
Oh, yes.
It's on
It
YouTube.
hasn't been emailed to you?
I'm sure it is on YouTube.
Who is your favorite horse of all time?
Horse. It would be the horse Jennifer.
Very good.
I don't know how to take that. Is he saying the horse Jennifer? Or the ones I was named after?
And
Peanut butter.
was there a horse named Peanut Butter?
No?
Stick to it. Stay with it. Stay with it.
Your favorite jockey?
Ron Turcotte.
Ron Turcotte.
Elizabeth
The only
Taylor.
one you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
His autograph.
Nancy, do you have a favorite racehorse of all time?
Yes, silver.
Excuse me?
Silver.
We're not talking about the stock market. We're talking about Lone Ranger? Did Tonto have a horse? What was Tonto's horse?
Scout. That was just on TCM list.
Do you remember the last episode? The last episode, this is a true story. And they were surrounded by Indians, and the Lone Ranger said to Tonto, "Look like we're surrounded by all Indians." And Tonto said, "What do you mean we, white man, huh?" All right, and now here's one of the more experienced guys in the world, for many reasons. What's your favorite horse of all time?
You should just answer me.
Yes, all right. Who's your favorite jockey of all time?
I have fond memories of quite a few. Manuel Picasso.
Manuel Icaza. And who else? Bobby Ussery.
Carroll.
Eddie Arcaro. This guy's old, man. Okay. Joy, did you have your favorite horse?
No.
Give us your favorite horse.
I don't have a favorite horse yet.
Whichever one Tim rode.
What are you holding in your hand?
Our favorite horse.
What is that?
I know. It was a couple of years ago. Someone had wanted to bet on a horse, and I bet on the horse for it, and the horse won, but I don't know the name, so that was...
Okay, fair enough. You're not interesting, but fair enough. Who is your favorite jockey?
Oh, that would be easy. Of course, it would be Tim Brown, because I followed him all over. I have a picture with him, you know.
I'd like to see the picture one day. All right, thank you.
So cute.
We have already asked you about your favorite horse. Who's your favorite jockey of all time?
Jose Jimenez.
Didn't he win? Didn't he wear a crash helmet? Okay. Now from Rawhide Stables, our Southern Belle.
Yes, sir.
Southern Belle, who is your favorite horse of all time?
I think I'll have to tell you that it must have been
Affirm. Excellent choice. Tell me why.
You tell me why it's an excellent choice, please, sir.
I would say that Affirm, a Triple Crown winner in 1978, was the last winner. I was there, by the way. I don't know if you were there.
Sir, I do not believe you were that old. Were you legally there?
Where were you born? Were you born in the South?
I was born in the South, yes.
And who is your favorite jockey of all time?
My favorite jockey? I love them all equally. If you put them all together, they make one big man. So
Right.
I just...
Did you appear in Gone with the Wind?
Why, Red Dawn, I would have loved to.
What was the famous Clark Gable line in Gone with the Wind?
I do know that.
What was the famous line?
Frankly, Charlotte, I don't give a damn.
Excellent. I knew you knew it. Okay, that's a wrap for the I Am the Commissioner and You're Not radio simulcast show. A nice round of applause for all our guests and announcers and winners here at M's house for the annual Belmont Stakes party.